Hello and welcome back to for Place. Why are you telling me this?
Alexius is your father. Why are you working against him?
For the same reason Dorian works against him.
Well,
I
honestly,
love my father,
Wilfra's
and I love my country.
daddy issues
But
in this universe,
cult, time magic.
by this company, I mean, it's not anything
For his
new
own
by
sake,
any stretch
you
of the
have
animation.
to stop him.
It would also be
Imagination,
nice
I mean.
if he didn't rip a hole in time.
Of the reanimation?
There's already a hole in the sky.
Because that would also... Oh, sorry. That will also be something in it, I guess.
Why would he rearrange time and indenture the Mage Rebellion just to get to me?
They're obsessed with you, but I don't know why. Perhaps because you survived the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
Yeah, but that's only like a
can close
week
the
ago in my
rifts.
time, isn't it?
Maybe there's a connection. Or they see you as a threat.
If the Venatori are behind those rifts or the breach in the sky, they're even worse than I thought.
Well, that is bad.
All this for me. And I didn't get Alexius anything.
Send him a fruit basket. Everyone loves those.
Well, he does
You
seem
know
like a
you
right
always-
fruity mind.
Expecting the trap is the first step in turning it to your advantage. I can't stay in Redcliffe. Alexius doesn't know I'm here, and I want to keep it that way for now. But whenever you're ready to deal with him, I want to be there. I'll be in touch.
Go to
and
heaven,
Felix,
mate.
Try not to get yourself killed.
There are worse things than dying, Dorian.
Okay, so that is a thing. The frig is this? Frig is that? Ooh! Shadow Hunter. Inventory. Accessories. Cooldown amulet. Ooh, not bad. Armor. Ooh. Destroy that. Yep. Destroy that. Yep. Alright. And destroy that thing. Right. Heavy adventurer armor. Alright. Take all. There we go. Lot better. Anything else in here we want? That's a thing. Alright, let's leave. Those who oppose thee shall know the wrath of heaven, and field and forest shall burn, and the sea shall rise and devour them, the wind shall tear the nations from the fact of the earth. Lightning shall rain down from the sky, and doobity boobity boobity boo, I'm epic and dark and shit. Seriously though, what the fuck? You'd think a group of mages would have the smarts to stop time altering magic.
In fact, he acquitted himself quite well.
Alright, so
Grandmother, I think
here we go. Where do we go? Journal? Lone Warden, Captain of the Chargers, Seeing Red, Imperial Enchanter. Actually, yeah, let's go over there. How do I go to the world map? World map. Over there. Travel. Okay. The Venatori. I know you have been telling the others. You mouth the word cult and repeat lies the Chandra has been spewing at us for 1,000 years. Look around you, my friend. See what mighty Tevender is today. A once proud nation brought low. Barely. Well, at least the loading times are picking up. Ooh, this is a party. I think.
Master Adar of the Inquisition.
Adar is my last name or what?
A pleasure, sir. We so rarely have a chance to meet anyone new. It is always the same crowd at these parties. So you must be a guest of Madame de Fer, or are you here for Duc Bastien?
Are you here on business? I have heard the most curious tales of you. I cannot imagine half of them are true.
What have you heard about me?
Some say that when the veil opened, Andraste herself delivered you from the Fate.
That's not true.
I'm not familiar with that name. I was invited here by First Enchanter Vivienne.
Madame de Fer is a fond nickname the court has given Lady Vivienne.
I've heard she finds it amusing.
I've heard very little about Duke Bastien.
He hasn't been seen much at court lately.
His business with the Council of Heralds often takes him from home for long periods. It can't be good for a man of his years.
And of course, there's the civil war. Bastien probably wishes to distance himself from the actions of his one-time son-in-law.
Tearing up the Dales in a foolish bid for power? It will end in disgrace for Gaspard. Everyone knows it.
Some of those storytellers may have gotten carried away.
But only for the best effect. The Inquisition is a ripe subject for wild tales.
The Inquisition. What a lot of pig shit. Washed up sisters and crazed seekers. No one can take them seriously.
Well, I'm standing right here, dude.
Everyone knows it's just an excuse for a bunch of political outcasts to grab power.
The Inquisition is working to restore peace and order to Thedas.
Here comes the outsider, restoring peace with an army. We know what your Inquisition truly is.
I see
If
a
you
sword
were a
on your
man of
back,
honor,
mate.
You'd step outside and answer the charges.
My dear Marquis, how unkind of you to use such language in my house to my guests.
Oh, hi.
You know such rudeness is intolerable.
Madame Vivienne, I humbly beg your pardon.
You should. Whatever am I going to do with you, my dear? My lord, you're the wounded party in this unfortunate affair. What would you have me do with this foolish, foolish man?
I think the Marquis has seen the error of his ways.
By the grace of Andraste, you have your life, my dear. Do be more careful with it.
Ha ha.
I'm delighted you could attend this little gathering. I've so wanted to meet you.
That probably will backfire a lot.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Vivienne, first Enchanter of Montsimard, and Enchantress to the Imperial Court.
Is that Marquis going to pose a problem?
His aunt is the Vicomtesse of Mont de Glace. Not a powerful family, but well respected. And very devout.
Devout
Alphonse
is the problem
will be
here.
disowned for this. It's not the first time he's brought his aunt disgrace, but I'm sure it'll be the last. And after such a public humiliation, I expect he'll run off to the Dales to join the Empress's war effort. Either to make a good end, or to win back a modicum of self-respect.
Charmed, Lady Vivian.
Ah, but I didn't invite you to the chateau for pleasantries. With Divine Justinia dead, the Chantry's in shambles. Only the Inquisition might restore sanity and order to our frightened people. As the leader of the last loyal mages of Thedas, I feel it only right that I lend my assistance to your cause.
Is your interest in the Inquisition Madame de Fer, or is it more personal?
Aren't you charming?
I'm a lot more charming when I'm not utterly confused.
The Inquisition will be happy to have you, Lady Vivian.
Great things are beginning, my dear. I can promise you that.
I know I probably should have investigated more, but sometimes it just doesn't feel natural to investigate and ask all these questions. Sometimes it just feels more natural to just say, okay, fine, come in. This is the character I'm playing, after all. Liliana, or the Nightingale. Some refuse to speak her name at all, referring to her only as the left hand of the Divine, the shadow behind the sunburst throne. Spymaster Marjolaine trained Liliana from a young age. Let's see. Oh, I'm not allowed to read that. Whatevs. I think I killed Marjolaine, by the way. I don't remember exactly. Probably for the best. Right.
Good day to you.
Flissa thought you and your men might be working up a thirst. She sent me over to see if you needed anything.
No light lane upgrades.
We're fine,
available.
thank you.
Ah.
You need something? Let me.
Buy, sell. I don't know what I just did, but it gave me money, so I'm okay with it.
Goodbye.
Right.
That was weird. There's Colin over there. Where's the good lady Cassandra? Colin there. Loot. Cassandra is usually around here somewhere. There you are.
It occurs to me I don't actually know much about you.
What do you want to know?
I'm not sure. Where are you from?
No specific place. My mercenary band worked mostly in the Free Marches, however.
At least until you crossed the waking sea to reach the Conclave, I suppose. Tell me, do you consider the Free Marches your home? Are you eager to go back?
Wherever I am is home enough for me.
That's how I feel now, after years of tending to business for the Divine.
Huh.
I'd like to get to know you better.
You would?
Is that a problem?
Not entirely. I'm just curious as to your motivation.
No motivation beyond making things between us less...
Antagonistic?
Exactly.
As you wish. My name is Cassandra Pentagast, daughter of the Royal House of Navarra, 78th in line for the Navarran throne. I joined the Seekers of Truth as a young woman, and was with the Order until they withdrew from the Chantry. I remained as the Divine's right hand, carrying out her order to form the Inquisition. And here we are.
Here we are
That's all
indeed.
there is to know, my lord.
You're a member of Navarra's royal family.
The Pentaghasts are a very large clan. Half of Cumberland could say the same.
Really?
No, but it feels that way. I have hundreds of relatives so distant they need charts to prove we're related at all. And they have them. Oh yes. The Pentaghasts value their precious blood like it runs with gold.
That's weird.
And you joined the Seekers to get away from that.
It was a life worth getting away from.
Yeah, I
The
can tell.
Pentaghasts are famed for dragon hunting, but few actually pursue the craft. Most are fat and lazy. They pay lip service to the Maker and care only for idle pleasures and past glories. My brother was all that kept me in Navarra. Once he was gone, so was I.
Tell me about your brother.
I would prefer not to speak of Anthony. Another time, perhaps.
I'll let you get back to work.
Okay. So that's a thing. So she lost her brother. What the hell was that? Let me hide in the air or something.
Maker, I hope it's not me.
Chasing the Lord Seeker, I hear. Anyone who thinks they need Lord in front of the name, that's bad. Bet he's got a portrait taller than he is. That's your first clue to a total arse. Fact.
Okay.
What do you think about the people who have gathered?
Which? The ones who do things, the ones who give orders?
Anything to say about Varric?
Varric? Too clever. Always saying something, but never saying it straight.
What do you think about our spy master, ambassador, and commander?
Liliana is pretty in places. Swear I've seen her too. Or heard she used to play. But that'd be mad. Now Josephine, she's as good at humbling her kind as I am. Just with less mess. Knows her business, if you have to have it. And Cullen, I suppose if you want a jackboot, you get a big one so you can grow into it. Nice hair though.
What's your opinion of Vivienne?
She's a bitch, but she knows. She's better.
Okay.
Thoughts about Cassandra?
Not as buttoned up as she plays, right? Tough though. I'd stand behind her in front of anything.
What about Solus?
Solus? His head's crammed up 1,000 years ago.
We'll talk later.
Good, right? I'll be here.
You have opinions. Actually, you have a lot of them.
At least we've got Inquisition troops out at Redcliffe now, giving those people some real...
Oh well.
As I explored the Fade, I felt the presence of an intriguing artifact in the hinterlands. If you are willing, I would like to locate it. I have marked its location as best I could determine.
I'd like to know more about you, Solus.
Why?
You're an apostate. Yet you risked your freedom to help the Inquisition.
Not the wisest course of action when framed that way.
I appreciate the work you're doing, Solus. I just wanted to know more about you.
I'm sorry. With so much fear in the air. What would you know of me?
You said you traveled to many different places.
This world, or its memory, is reflected in the Fade. Dream in ancient ruins, you may see a city lost to history. Some of my fondest memories were found in crumbling cities, long picked dry by treasure seekers. The best of the battlefields. Spirits press so tightly on the veil that you can slip across with but a thought.
Oh.
Any place in particular?
I dreamt at I witnessed the brutality of the Darkspawn and the valor of the Ferelden warriors. I saw Alistair and the hero Ferelden light the signaled fire, and Logain's infamous betrayal of Kaelin's forces.
I've heard the stories. It would be interesting to hear what it was really like.
That's just it. In the Fade, I see reflections created by spirits who react to the emotions of the warriors. One moment, I see heroic wardens lighting the fire, and a power-mad villain sneering as he lets King Kaelin fall. The next, I see an army overwhelmed and a veteran commander refusing to let more soldiers die in a lost cause.
You can't tell which is real.
It is the Fade. They are all real.
I guess they are.
Have you always traveled and studied alone?
Not at all. I have built many lasting friendships.
With
Spirits
spirits.
of wisdom, possessed
Yeah,
of ancient
with
knowledge,
spirits.
happy to share what they had seen. Spirits of purpose helped me search. Even wisps, curious and playful, would point out treasures I might have missed.
I don't know of any spirits by those names.
They rarely seek this world. When they do, their natures do not often survive exposure to the people they encounter. Wisdom and purpose are too easily twisted to pride and desire.
You're saying that you became friends with pride and desire demons?
They were not demons for me.
Meaning?
The Fade reflects the minds of the living. If you expect a spirit of wisdom to be a pride demon, it will adapt. And if your mind is free of corrupting influences, if you understand the nature of the spirit, they can be fast friends.
That's like when justice became vengeance.
I'm impressed that you could become friends
Because
with spirits.
Anders was way too set on let's get vengeance. And then he blew up a church.
And shared my joy.
Anders, you
because they
idiot.
exist without form, as we understand it, that Chantry declares that spirits are not truly people. Is Cassandra defined by her cheekbones and not her faith? Varric by his chest hair and not his wit?
Yes, chest hair.
I hadn't thought about it that way. But I see your point.
Thank you. Few are willing to entertain such a notion.
What made you start studying the Fade?
I grew up in a village to the north. There was little to interest a young man, especially one gifted with magic. But as I slept, spirits of the Fade showed me glimpses of wonders I had never imagined. I treasured my dreams. Being awake, out of the Fade, became troublesome.
Spirits try to tempt you.
No more than a brightly colored fruit is deliberately tempting you to eat it. I learned how to defend myself from more aggressive spirits, and how to interact safely with the rest. I learned how to control my dreams with full consciousness. There was so much I wanted to explore.
I gather you didn't spend your entire life dreaming.
No. Eventually, I was unable to find new areas in the Fade.
Why?
2 reasons. First, the Fade reflects the world around it. Unless I traveled, I would never find anything new. Second, the Fade reflects and is limited by our imaginations. To find interesting areas, one must be interesting.
Are you saying you're not very interesting? Because you seem interesting.
I wish you luck.
Thank you. In truth, I've enjoyed experiencing more of life to find more of the Fade.
How so?
You train your will to control magic and withstand possession. Your indomitable focus is an enjoyable side benefit. You have chosen a path whose steps you do not dislike because it leads to a destination you enjoy. As have I.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Alright, well, thank you guys for watching this episode of Fun for Plays. That was very deep and very complicated, and I only barely followed it. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you join next time for more shenanigans. Until then, bye!